Announcer bot is active. The qualification session is at Circuit of Silverstone in Silverstone, Great Britain. The wind speed is 3 km/h from the north-northeast. Dylan Van Wyck is P1. Keen goes from Namibia in Kops is P7. Wayne Mitten from South Africa is first. Keen goes in Wellington Straight is sixth. Dylan Van Wyck from South Africa is P3. Evan Lewis provisional pole with a 1:02.572. Dylan Van Wyck improved is second with a 1:03.459. 0.887 off pole. Dylan Van Wyck is up 0.19 in Wellington Straight. Evan Lew in Brooklands is P1 up 0.20. Evan Lew is provisional pole with a 1:02.538. Jaco Wies from Namibia in Luffield is P6 up 1.57. 10 minutes remaining in the session. Jaco Wies is provisional pole with a 1:02.083. Melvin Goes is 8th. Melvin Goes is up 2.03 in Wellington Straight. Keen Goes is 5th. Keen Goes is up 0.29 in Brooklands. Keen Goes improved is P5 with a 1:03.486. 1.403 off pole. Jaco Wies is P1. Jaco Wies is provisional pole with a 1:01.543. Dylan Van Wyck is 5th. Dylan Van Wyck is up 0.14 in Wellington Straight. Peter Groveler in Wellington Straight is P3. Best lap is a 1:01.958. 0.415 off pole. Evan Lew is 5th. Dylan Van Wyck in Kops is 7th. Mike McGeer from South Africa in Woodcote is 2nd. Mike McGear improved his second with a 1:01.777. .234 off pole. Keane goes as 8th. Mike McGear in Maggots is second up 0.59. Mike McGear is up 0.33 in Luffield. Mike McGear is provisional pole with a 1:01.471. Dylan Van Wyck in Wellington Straight is 7th up 0.07. Evan Liu in Luffield is P5 up 0.12. Evan Liu improved his P5 with a 1:02.447. .976 off pole. Keane goes as 8th. Keane goes improved his 7th with a 1:03.001. 1.530 off pole. Peter Grobler is 3rd. Peter Grobler improved his 3rd with a 1:01.850. .379 off pole. Mike McGear is provisional pole with a 1:01.295. Evan Liu is 5th. Evan Liu is up 0.11 in Brooklands. Evan Liu improved his P5 with a 1:02.282. .987 off pole. 5 minutes remaining in the session. Peter Grobler is 3rd. Peter Grobler is up 0.38 in Woodcote. Peter Grobler improved his 2nd with a 1:01.441. .146 off pole. Keane goes as 7th. Peter Grobler in Maggots is P2 up 0.09. Melvin goes from Namibia in Maggots is P6 up 0.10. Peter Grobler in Wellington Straight is 2nd. Peter Grobler is up 0.03 in Brooklands. Peter Grobler improved his 2nd with a 1:01.336. .041 off pole. Keane goes as P7. Peter Grobler in Maggots is 2nd up 0.04. Wayne Mitten in Maggots is P4 up 0.21. Dylan Van Wyck is 8th. Keane goes as 7th driving a BMW. Dylan Van Wyck is P8 up 0.02 driving a Volkswagen. Dylan Van Wyck improved his 8th with a 1:03.300, 2.005 off pole. Evan Lewis P5. Dylan Van Wyck is 8th. Peter Grobler is 2nd. Dylan Van Wyck in Wellington Straight is 8th up 0.05. Dylan Van Wyck is up 0.31 in Woodcote. Dylan Van Wyck improved his 8th with a 1:03.031, 1.736 off pole. Dylan Van Wyck is up 0.01 in Maggots. Wayne Mitten in Cops is P4. Wayne Mitten is up 0.07 in Wellington Straight. The qualifying session is now in overtime. Keane goes in Wellington Straight is P7 up 0.07. Wayne Mitten in Cops is 4th. Mike McDeer in Cops is P1. Keane goes in Maggots is P7 up 0.23. Melvin goes in Maggots is P6 up 0.29. Melvin goes is up 0.27 in Luffield. Tommy Glad from South Africa in Wellington Straight is 9th. Jaco Wees Announcer bot is active. Keen goes from Namibia is P2. Jaco Weiss from Namibia in Woodcote is P1. Mike McGeer from South Africa in Kops is third. Peter Grobler in Maggots is P4. Keen goes in Wellington Strait is P2. Best lap is a 1:25.757. Mike McGeer in Woodcote is third. The race session is at Circuit of Silverstone in Silverstone, Great Britain. The wind speed is 3 km/h from the northeast. Peter Grobler is second. Minutes remaining in the session. Race start. Wayne Mitten from South Africa in Kops is P3. Mike McGeer from South Africa in Maggots is P8. Evan Liu in Wellington Strait is P7. Wayne Mitten is P3. Evan Liu in Kops is 8th, 0.2 behind Dylan Van Wyck. Mike McGear in Maggots is P5 driving a Honda, 0.3 ahead of Tommy Glad. Wayne Mitten in Brooklands is 4th, 0.3 behind Keen Goes. Mike McGear is P5, 0.3 ahead of Tommy Glad. Wayne Mitten in Maggots is P4, 0.6 behind Keen Goes. Mike McGear in Wellington Strait is P5, 0.7 ahead of Tommy Glad. Wayne Mitten in Woodcote is 4th, 0.5 behind Keen Goes. Mike McGear in Cops is 5th. Best lap is a 1:01.731. 0.208 off the fastest lap. Wayne Mitten is 4th. Best lap is a 1:02.795. 1.272 off the fastest lap. Wayne Mitten past Keen Goes for 3rd. Minutes remaining in the session. Mike McGear in Brooklands is P5, 0.5 behind Keen Goes. Wayne Mitten in Woodcote is P3. Mike McGear is 5th, 0.1 behind Keen Goes. Mike McGear past Keen Goes for 4th. Evan Liu in Brooklands is 7th. Best lap is a 1:02.000. 0.656 off the fastest lap. Melvin Goes from Namibia is 9th, 0.6 behind Dylan Van Wyck. Mike McGear in Maggots is 4th, 0.6 behind Wayne Mitten. Melvin Goes in Wellington Straight is 9th, 0.2 behind Dylan Van Wyck. Melvin Goes past Dylan Van Wyck for 8th. Mike McGear in Luffield is 4th, 0.3 behind Wayne Mitten. Mike McGear passed Wayne Mitten for P3. Wayne Mitten in Maggots is P4, 0.7 ahead of Keen Goes. Peter Grobler in Luffield is P2. Wayne Mitten in Luffield is P4, 0.8 ahead of Keen Goes. Peter Grobler in Maggots is 2nd, 1.1 behind Jaco Weiss. Wayne Mitten in Maggots is P4 driving a Volkswagen, 0.8 ahead of Keen Goes. Peter Grobler in Luffield is 2nd, 0.8 behind Jaco Weiss. Wayne Mitten is 4th, 0.5 ahead of Keen Goes. Peter Grobler in Maggots is 2nd, 0.4 behind Jaco Weiss. Wayne Mitten in Maggots is P4 driving a Volkswagen, 0.4 ahead of Keen Goes. 5 minutes remaining in the session. Peter Grobler in Luffield is P2, 0.5 behind Jaco Weiss. Wayne Mitten is P4 driving a Volkswagen, 0.3 ahead of Keen Goes. Peter Grobler in Maggots is P2, 0.3 behind Jaco Weiss. Evan Liu in Maggots is 6th, 0.1 ahead of Tommy Glad. Peter Grobler in Maggots is P2, 0.1 behind Jaco Weiss. Evan Liu in Maggots is 6th, 0.3 ahead of Tommy Glad. Evan Liu lost P6 to Tommy Glad. Peter Grobler in Luffield on lap 12 is 2nd, 0.4 behind Jaco Weiss. Wayne Mitten in Luffield is 4th, 0.4 ahead of Keen Goes. Evan Liu in Maggots on lap 13 is P7, 0.2 behind Tommy Glad. Evan Liu is now P6. Evan Liu is now P7. Peter Grobler in Maggots is P2, 0.1 behind Jaco Weiss. Peter Grobler passed Jaco Weiss for first. Peter Grobler lost P1 to Jaco Weiss. Peter Grobler passed Jaco Weiss for P1. Peter Grobler lost first to Jaco Weiss. Evan Liu in Luffield is P7, 1.4 behind Melvin Goes. Peter Grobler in Maggots on lap 15 is P2. Wayne Mitten in Luffield on lap 15 is 4th, 1.0 ahead of Tommy Glad. Evan Liu is 6th, 0.5 ahead of Melvin Goes. Wayne Mitten from South Africa in Maggots is 4th, 1.0 ahead of Tommy Glad. The leader has just finished the race. Jaco Weiss from Namibia finished first. Peter Grobler finished P2. Mike McGeer finished P3. Wayne Mitten finished 4th. Tommy Glad finished P5. Tommy Glad from South Africa finished 5th. Evan Liu finished 6th. Announcer bot is active. The race session is at Circuit of Silverstone in Silverstone, Great Britain. The wind speed is 7 km/h from the north-northeast. Evan Lewis P1. "20 minutes remaining in the session. Race start." Mike McGeer from South Africa in Kops is fourth. Peter Grobler in Magotts is P4. Evan Lewis P1, 0.2 ahead of Jaco Wiz. Evan Lew lost P2 to Wayne Mitten. Peter Grobler in Woodcote on lap 2 is P5, 0.2 behind Keen Goes. Evan Lewis P3, 0.4 ahead of Keen Goes. Keen Goes from Namibia is P5. Best lap is a 1:02.720. 0.682 off the fastest lap. Keen Goes lost 5th to Melvin Goes. Tommy Glad from South Africa in Magotts is P7, 0.4 behind Keen goes. Keen goes in Brooklands is 6th, 0.1 ahead of Tommy Glad. Tommy Glad was 3.4 faster last lap. Evan Liu in Magotts is 3rd, 0.4 behind Wayne Mitten. Keen goes in Wellington Straight is 5th, 0.1 ahead of Melvin goes. 15 minutes remaining in the session. Keen goes is now 6th. Tommy Glad in Luffield is 6th, 0.3 behind Keen goes. Tommy Glad past Keen goes for 5th. Evan Liu in Magotts is P3, 0.2 behind Wayne Mitten. Wayne Mitten from South Africa in Luffield is P2, 0.2 ahead of Evan Liu. Wayne Mitten is now P3. Evan Liu is P4, 0.1 behind Wayne Mitten. Evan Liu passed Wayne Mitten for 3rd. Tommy Glad in Magotts is 5th, 0.2 behind Wayne Mitten. Tommy Glad passed Wayne Mitten for 4th. Wayne Mitten in Luffield is P5, 0.3 ahead of Melvin goes. Mike McDeer in Cops is 7th, 0.1 ahead of Dylan Van Wyck. Wayne Mitten in Magotts is 5th driving a Volkswagen, 0.6 ahead of Melvin goes. Wayne Mitten lost 5th to Melvin Goes. Evan Lewin Magotts is 3rd, 1.4 ahead of Tommy Glad. Wayne Mitten in Wellington Straight is P6 driving a Volkswagen, 0.5 ahead of Mike McGear. Wayne Mitten lost P6 to Mike McGear. Ten minutes remaining in the session. Wayne Mitten passed Mike McGear for P6. Wayne Mitten lost P6 to Mike McGear. Tommy Glad is P4, 0.7 ahead of Melvin Goes. Evan Lou in Brooklands is 3rd, 0.7 ahead of Melvin Goes. Tommy Glad in Woodcote is P5 driving a Mazda, 0.1 behind Melvin Goes. Tommy Glad passed Melvin Goes for P4. Tommy Glad is now P5. Evan Liu in Wellington Straight is P3, 0.2 ahead of Mike McGeer. Tommy Glad in Brooklands on lap 14 is P5, 0.2 ahead of Melvin Goes. Evan Liu in Woodcote is third battling Mike McGeer. Mike McGeer was 0.7 faster last lap. Evan Liu lost P3 to Mike McGeer. 5 minutes remaining in the session. Tommy Glad is fifth, 0.3 ahead of Melvin Goes. Evan Liu in Cops is fourth, 0.6 ahead of Melvin Goes. Tommy Glad in Maggots is sixth, 0.6 behind Melvin Goes. Tommy Glad passed Melvin Goes for P5. Evan Liu is fourth, 1.0 behind Mike McGeer. Mike McGeer was 1.3 faster last lap. Tommy Glad in Luffield is P6, 1.4 behind Melvin Goes. Evan Liu is fourth, 1.5 behind Mike McGeer. Tommy Glad in Maggots is P6, 1.9 behind Melvin Goes. Evan Liu in Brooklands on lap 18 is fourth, 1.5 behind Mike McGeer. Tommy Glad in Luffield on lap 18 is sixth, 1.8 behind Melvin Goes. Dylan Van Wyck from South Africa is eighth. Evan Liu in Wellington Straight is P4, 1.8 behind Mike McGeer. Tommy Glad in Luffield is 6th driving a Mazda, 2.7 behind Melvin Goes. Evan Liu in Cops is P4, 2.3 ahead of Melvin Goes. Peter Grobler in Brooklands is 2nd. Evan Liu in Luffield is P4, 2.2 ahead of Melvin Goes. Tommy Glad in Woodcote is 6th, 2.2 behind Melvin Goes. Evan Liu in Maggots is 4th driving a Volkswagen, 3.7 behind Mike McGeer. The leader has just finished the race. Jaco Weiss from Namibia finished P1. Peter Grobler finished P2. Mike McGeer finished P3. Evan Liu finished 4th. Tommy Glad finished 5th. Wayne Mitten finished 6th. Melvin Goes finished P7. Dylan Van Wyck finished P8. Keen Goes finished 9th.